Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with yet more card sketch challenges. In fact, this is number 15. A nice simple one this week with just basically squares and rectangles. I do, however, have some stamping to do and some die cutting, just a little bit. And then obviously here is the card and pattern paper. Now a little secret here is it's a double-sided paper from this collection, which means I didn't have to go hunting for things that matched. I've chosen the coloured cardstock obviously based on what was in the main sheet. And I really should do something about the focusing of my camera on plastic objects. It really hates them. Now, I did a total mess up there and cut that completely wrong, so I went in with another piece. That's the beauty of the 12 by 12 sheets. You've got lots to make a boo-boo with. Now for the little strip. Of course, as ever, the dimensions and the layouts are all available to download from my website, gentlemancrafter.com. Check the links below the video wherever you see it. In fact, on the blog, I think they're above it. Never mind. Anyway, die cutting a square. I mean, that's entertaining, isn't it? But what I did was I stuck the square to the card first, and then I used that to help me line up the sentiment. So if you're ever not getting it right, you can always use your dies to help you line up where to stamp. Just stamping off the excess there. Don't forget, by the way, if you're just watching this for the first time, please do pop along to the Facebook group that I've organised for this challenge and drop in your makes. I would love to see your variations on these challenges. We've got some interesting ones so far with people resizing them to fit artist trading cards or larger cards, so plenty of things to see already. So I've just done a full 6x4 panel to fit on the front of the card. However, for some reason I chopped it short. So the simple solution to that is chop a bit off the card. Nobody's going to know, and it looks fabulous. Now for the background panel, that's just going to get stuck straight to the card, so on with the glue. As I'm waffling, by the way, if there's anything you want to know, please feel free to ask it in the comments on YouTube, or of course the comments below the video on my website. It's no good asking your neighbour unless they're into crafts. Just die cutting this flower 3 times, once from a dark yellow, once from a light creamy yellow, and then once from a dark blue. I say dark blue, it's like a Air Force blue. That's the British Air Force. I don't know if the American Air Force has this blue, or the Australian Air Force, or any other Air Force for that matter. I imagine there's quite a few. Now for a bit of creative snipping, what I'm going to do is take the complete flower head from the light yellow, and that is going to get stuck onto the blue, and then I'll chop off just a part of the darker yellow and stick that on too. And I will give you a close-up shot of that in a moment. Not in any kind of Steven Spielberg kind of way, just in a home webcam kind of way. Sorry for the dog hairs on my jumper, by the way. The neighbour's dog dropped in, so we had scratchies. And unfortunately, when we do scratchies, that means also leaving lots of fluff behind. Thanks for that. Anywho, I dug out the little branch as well from a lighter blue, and now that my ink has had a chance to dry, I'm sending that through the die cutting machine. And I'm just going to stick down the branch first of all. I think this one was called Morning Glory from Couture Creations. Now with the sentiment panel, I'm going to ink the edges with a yellow to tie it in. Equally, it could have been a light blue. Either of the colours on that background paper, I say either of the colours, any of the colours from the background paper would be fine to edge this with. And that's basically tying it in with the colour scheme. There we go, just using up whatever foam pads I had left on that sheet. Off with the backings. I remember in my old job using rolls and rolls of this stuff. I'm going to use another foam pad on the back of the flower head so that it raises up level with the sentiment, so that they kind of look like they're part of the same thing. Wow, I think my English is deteriorating the older I get. Anywho, that's this one done. I didn't want to add any gems or anything, I just thought it looked quite nice and soft and subtle as it was. Thanks for watching.